folks, welcome back for another christening episode of Schwaaard's Journey to Legendary Season 4. Might be renaming it at some point, just Schwaaard's Journey, just because I'm not sure how my new philosophy or my new approach is going to pan out in terms of getting to Legendary, but we'll figure that out later. Right now, I want you to take a quick gander. This is K Fluffy Skeletons. I actually saw him playing this on the ladder, I believe it was on Friday or Saturday, I think. And I was observing the game, and he kicked butt with it, and gave me the deck list to be able to play there. And I wanted to showcase it just because, if for no other reason, like it's just something I hadn't seen in a long time. I mean, skeletons obviously are a thing, or the undead are a thing, but seeing it done that well, having that much success, and Fluffy pointed out as well. He's like, there's a lot of viable decks, like top 10 decks that'll get you up there. It's just people don't play them. People don't explore outside. So I wanted to show this, if nothing else, to say, hey, look, there's more that can be done. Now, unfortunately, I will say the very first time I played it, I got to play a practice against Denise. I got my clock cleaned. So which it could either be Pilot Air or any deck I think can get have a clunky beginning. I'm not saying that's what happened with this one.
Come on, then, entertain me.
But all of that as a qualifier, of course, I am not the player that K Fluffy is. So this deck may not be as astounding as may not appear as astounding as it was when I watched him play it, because it was just like, holy cow. But I just think anything that puts it out there. Like, I think this is, obviously we're Telvanni colors, so I'm guessing this is meant to be played more or less as a control deck. That's perfect. Now my negation actually takes care of it, or my Blackhand Messenger.
The Night Mother will guide us.
So yeah, it may require some, okay, so, I mean, do we have anything that we can get with our Headless Zombie? A Skinned Hound. Is that really worth it? I kind of feel like it's worth it just to play a card. I mean, it will give us a card back, which is nice. It's just not necessarily one that... Blackhand would probably be a nice one, although Necromancer can bring that. We'll see. We'll see.
No move we can't anticipate.
Looking to make a purchase?
Alright, so he's going to eat a negation for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're just not in any particular rush. This does make us weak to Ice Storm, which is why I'm not going to play a Tempo Heart beyond that. Cool, yeah. Got a little doggo back there, and a skeleton on the board. Look at this. Ice Storm, haha, means nothing. Oh, cool. And I mean, he survives Ice Storm anyway.
Here you've been looking.
Hey, that's so. Dano also gave me a. Oh, I didn't know we had Sentinel claim. That's cool. All right. So I think just do this, that. We'll save Necromancer.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
Go ahead and put this there. That way, you may have to use some beefier removal for him. Like a lightning bolt or something. The cool thing is we can Necromancer her back and get more stuff. Cruel Fire Bloom. The age-old. Of course, of course. Why wouldn't I hit that one? Good news is, though, I think they're going to overdraw. Is he a skeleton? Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Well, we'll save Necromancer for next turn. Make you beefy and amazing.
Let's put these to use.
Alright. So I think with Necromancer being able to bring her back if she gets adiosed off the board or we have to trade.
The abbey that's safe from harm.
Okay. Cool Fire Bloom. Alright. So we get exact lethal with... Oh no, wait. 6. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Shoot. Did I just punt this? 4, 5. Oh, I can bring back Blackhand Messenger. Cool.
Let's put these to use.
Rise, my servant.
Doink. All right, good showing from the deck so far. Not that I had any doubts. It was more of good showing from me. Like I'm not making it look like horrible trash. So that's good. I'm happy because again, the point of this one, I actually had to roll for it. So I was tempted. So Dano sent me a Dagoth, I guess like a mid-range Dagoth deck, and it featured the Prankster. And since I just got the premium Prankster, I was like, woohoo! Like I want to play that deck. But then I saw the Skelly deck, and I was like, well, so I had to roll for it, and Skelly deck won out, obviously. So I'll be playing the Dagoth deck next to be able to use my new Prankster guy. But this one, like I said, Dagoth is out there. There's plenty of great Dagoth decks out there, and not that there's not. Well, there's good Telvanni decks out there, or viable ones, I should say, but they're rehashes. You know, we're just seeing the same things over and over again. And so I wanted to put out.
Hello there.
This new. A new variety. And there's a lot of folks that like theme decks, or what do they call that?
Speak, citizen.
Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is Dagoth, which is
Face
Swell.
me, you dog.
No, not Dagoth, I'm sorry. That this is Invade, which is Swell. That's what I meant to say.
Ita.
And you know what? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, pretty likely, I think, but... Alright, so... I guess we could do Rising of Bones. Probably going to be the best use of our stuff. We could have shifted over Wardcrafter, but let's do the bone thing. Do the bone thing. Da, 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 da. I'm guessing you're supposed to do that when you actually have a way to buff them and make them a little better than 3/3s. Okay. So yeah, with that guy. Play Arisen Dead. Oh boy. Like he won't survive. What do we get for just the blue? Draw a random card. Alright. I'll take that. Card draw's fine. We are going to take 8 here,
Ita Oreo.
at least. Alright. So this is... So I definitely want to do
Watch
this,
yourself now.
I think.
Perhaps a direct
I
approach.
want to do this. Yeah, this is going to work out alright, I think. Ooh. What is it? At the end of your turn, if 3 or more creatures died, how many... Doggone it, how many did we just kill? We killed the big guy. We killed... That's going to be 2.
Face me, you dog!
I don't think there's enough carnage there. I wasn't counting, obviously, because she wasn't in my hand when this happened, so... Dawn's Wrath and Letting Blast, I guess, could be a bit of a bummer. So that gives me a 1/1.
Face me, you dog!
Ice Storm? Well, I'm kind of glad I left him alive anyway. That allows... Oh! 4 and... Doggone it! I was say I was going to have great synergy if I did. We'll go ahead and split our lanes here.
We draw power from their blood.
I mean, if they're running... I mean, Fingers, I feel like that's a mid-range removal anyway. That's not necessarily saying they're running a ton of high-end stuff, but Immolating Blast and Dawn's Wrath are things that we have been burned by many times. And clearly one lane is going to be better to lose than the other, but we shall see what we shall see. And Kano can come down and change up some craziness here.
I sell cures for all ills.
Okay. Well, wow. That was fortuitous. Alright, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do
my clan.
I have many
Kano
important
thing.
things on my mind.
I don't necessarily want there to be a good trade for her, but I can't do. That would be 10. Again, trying to steer around Immolating Blast.
Khajiit doesn't need to be
And
followed.
because clearly they are actually running some pretty heavy removal. And I don't know that we do. I'd like to think we've got Shadowfen in here, but I don't know. Well, we're gonna poke. We're gonna poke.
Khajiit
Poke.
doesn't need to be followed.
I don't want to give him cards, but I mean, Goldbrand is going to remove one of these guys.
Careful there.
Wait,
friend.
is it 4 that it has next turn? I think it's 4. But I mean, of course, they can play that one card that gives them. Now, granted, with nothing in my hand, this is probably not the way to play the deck. We're probably, I probably just kind of screwed us a little bit there. Yep, that's exactly what I was. Yep. So now they can hit twice, and he can break the board. Wow, that was just the best turn for them. Yep. Cool. So yeah, I may just concede efficiency out of this one. Yeah, I don't think we're not gonna.
It has
Yeah, I'm just
been
bored.
an engaging hunt.
Alrighty, and we are back. Had to go ahead and cycle through. I actually did try to play that out a little bit, but yeah, that did not go well. I guess I don't know. I feel like with like the buffing cards and stuff like this, it can be. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a mid-range. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I saw it being played to great effect by somebody who plays the game very well.
The Night Mother will guide us.
I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing. I mean, we got a win, so that was good. I'm trying to figure out what they'd be running.
Watch yourself.
Like if I should be contesting that. I don't know. There's no Cruel Fire Bloom, so we don't have to worry about that.
For the Black Hand.
So we'll just see what they be up to. Guess we'll find out momentarily. Like I don't think Gabos would run Ungulum.
Feel the Night
Maybe
Mother's
a
love.
summon deck or a... I don't know. I'm totally confused. Okay, it does look like a Gabo deck. What do you know about that? So unfortunately, she is going to be killed. What does Arise do? Let's see. Summon a 1/1 Risen Dead with Guard in each lane. We're only going to hit him once, because we're Gabo.
Approach and be recognized.
And I'm doing that, one, because, well, actually we want him to live. We want these two to live if we can help it. She's going to eat a curse, I'm guessing. That's just too much doggone value. But it'd be nice to be able to get a Telvanni. But we need our purple and our blue. Okay, so guessing he's got a curse for the 2/4 as well, or a witch, or that thing. Yeah, whatever. So we wouldn't get fantastical value out of it. Territorial Viper is a thing. I'm not too worried about the life gain though at this point. So maybe yeah, Sun and Shadows will probably be the next one.
We are not amused.
That pretty much guarantees, unless they've got like a curse finish off thing. And see, I've never played Sun and Shadows. I don't think ever. Maybe once or twice, but certainly not enough to know. Hey, you have to have a creature on the board to shackle, otherwise you don't get your draw there. Come on, just stay alive. There we go. That's all we needed.
You cannot match Telvanni cunning.
Wake the Dead looks pretty cool.
Nothing will stop my rise.
Alright, yeah, Wake the Dead. Well, it's going to be a little too late, unfortunately. Wake the Dead with the 4/4 big skelly guy. Well, I guess I could use that with a Rise and get a pretty good result. We're definitely not going to go face. So Wake the Dead. Wake the Dead to bring the champion back. But then I can't play the champion and Arise. So Wake the Dead and Territorial Viper, I guess, is going to be our deal. Wake the Dead. Oh, you know what? Screw that noise. Bone Colossus, man. Bone Colossus. That's going to be cool. And you go away. And Sheer Point, I'm guessing, is going to eat the 1/1 instead of going face at this point. No? Okay. Okay. I can dig it. Trying to go with the aggro, eh? Alright, so we will take 7, 8, 9 here. Use it on my 5, 6, which is fine. All right, so what I need now. Let's see here. I guess Arise will be good. Dark Guardian will be good. We can... let's see. Wardcrafter, Deadly Draugr.
Careful there, friend.
Maybe another Arise, I guess, would be good. Cool. And then we have Rising of Bones that we can use to further perpetuate our guardness. And they have to play out both cards in order to make sure that that 3/1 has any value. I know we have negations in this, but unfortunately... Alright. Oh, that's going to be a cool one right there.
Your blood will spill.
Alright, so here's the thing. I don't have a way to negate or destroy. I can shackle whatever this goes on to. But if it goes on to this little turd muffin, that's going to suck. But you know what? Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Let's see what it lands on. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we've got Icy Shambliss for this. For that. And oh, well, Deadly Draugr's just going to eat the curse. Let's do this. I wanted to use the champion right there, but I'm guessing they've got some cliff racers that they can use, which is not going to be terribly fun.
slay the unworthy.
All right. Let's see here. The Grim Champion would be good. Right. Shadow shift over here. Black Hand Messenger coming up big.
The Night Mother will
Rid
guide
of this. And let's see. All right. Not out of the woods yet. Oh yeah, that was a bit of a... Well, no, because I didn't want to break that last rune. I'm sticking to that story. Now, they can curse and leave flare. If they can finish off our 11-11, that's a problem.
There is murder in the air.
Okay. Okay.
I will keep the amulet safe from harm.
Ooh. Look at him go. All right. Pulled that one out. Holy cow. Wow. That one felt pretty good. I don't know if they're running Cliff Racers, but obviously there was a point where if they had one or two of those, they could have done it. But it's always a good feeling, as fleeting as it may be, to make that turn or to turn around. I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back. It's pretty obvious. You've got to make a hit at some point. And if you've got a big enough board, you go for it. So it wasn't a stroke of genius, but it felt like a good one. I didn't feel like I got super lucky on top decks or anything. Obviously, we did get some good draws towards the end. The Black Hand Messenger really was a big deal, getting rid of the 1/2. But yeah, so another good game there. I do think this deck maybe is a little more inclined towards reservation and like a control thing, but I don't know. What was that? We had the first game, I think we had like two. Had two negations in hand, but every other game, like, it would really, really help, and they don't show up as often as I'd like. But to be fair, if I played the whatchamacallit, if I played Swims and Shadows or Belly Flops and Pawns or whatever the heck that card is, if I played that correctly, we could have pulled an action of some kind instead of playing an action or not getting an action of any kind. This is another morning game. I do apologize. I think, in general, I am still better off. I should probably save this for situational stuff, but I want to maintain momentum and make sure that I've got a little bit for the late game if it looks like it's going to take a while to get there. Yeah, and that's what it looks like it's doing. It's taking a while to get there. So that would make me think that this is like the lethally ragey late game Ebon Heart. I don't know. Oh gosh. Sure. Sure. And I probably should have played her in the shadow lane just in case they've got a snake for an easy removal. Hey, that's totally fine. I will take that all day long. Well, not all day long. She's a spirit, not a skeleton. What do we get? We get card draw? No, we get a Risen Dead. Tell you what. Just do a little bit of this. Cool. Alright. Alright.
I slay the unworthy.
Well, that sucks. Black Hand, Icy Shambles. Well, I mean, that'd be fine if I could play them both, but I can't. So I will just Shambles. Yeah, so my brain, like, I did the workout and everything, but for some reason I do feel a little... I feel the brain's just kind of doing a slow thing here. Alright, Black Hand Messenger.
The Night Mother will
I know I've spoken ill of you in the past, but today, my friend, I do appreciate your pinging abilities.
to get Mother some flowers.
Ooh.
Pretty flowers.
So I kind of don't want to play Bone Colossus just because
You cannot match
I guarantee they've got a ping stuff. I'm not really sure what to do. Without a negation, I don't know what you do against that. We're just going to be feeding his hand. But maybe we'll get him to overdraw. Like if we smack him in the face next turn.
Is there something, boys?
Like, I know you don't want to give your opponent cards, but when they've got something on there, so the 4/4, yeah.
I slay the unworthy.
They're not going to overdraw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd have to hit them a lot. And Bone Colossus, really, there's not a great lane for him because either way, it's just not a great situation at the moment. So you know what? We're not going to give him more cards, at least in that regard. We don't have a Viper, do we? Wake the Dead. That's an item or an action, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm still kind of learning some stuff here. All right, we can bring back an Icy Shambles, though. I guess that would be worthwhile.
Rise, my servant.
Lock this turtle up and down a little bit, and block this turtle up and down a little bit. Poke in his face a little bit, and we just did a little bit of stuff there, just a little bit. Yeah. I thought of that after. I was like, he probably has rage. And so cool, he gets to overdraw like a very crazy person. So let's just help that out, shall we? What else do I want to do? I mean, this game is absolutely just trashed, unfortunately. But And him being a guard, that really sucks. But, okay. I mean, hey, they could have another... We know they used a rage, they burned a rage, so they could have another one. Either way, both, you know, either lane would get nuked.
Should have been more.
And in theory, they should be able to play a ton of cards so they don't overdraw this next time. But... 3 of those. That works out well. Alrighty. I will say this for our opponents today, for the most part, you know, we haven't come across like the same old. So I will say that can't say that I'm thrilled with some of the games, but you know, I think ultimately. All right, let's do this. Is there anything else I can do? It's going to land on either one of those two. Okay, that was probably the better one.
Walk with our Lord. The waters of life. Should have been more worthy.
Like, I just don't think we win this game at this point. But... yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I appreciate this thing. Like, I mean, obviously the rage and stuff, but it's got the dragon bit in there, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Your blood stands forfeit.
Cool. If our Blackhand Messengers hadn't been so brutally silenced earlier, we could have put on the Mentor's Ring on him now. That would be a suiting punishment for our opponent, leaving them alive. Well, I don't know. I figured it out. I'll see soon enough, and I guarantee I won't like it. So they're going to do that so that I can't kill the 7/7. In theory, anyway. No? Okay. That works. So we do this. Blink. All the heals in the world. Do this. Skeleton.
We draw power from their blood.
And we get Corpse Curse. Alright. Not the bestest in the world, but...
with our Lord. Feel the power within.
Let's see here. And it's not in a lane, right? It's all at the end of your turn. Yeah, 3 or more creatures. So we can just do boink, boink, boink. Boink. Let's see here. Headless zombie. What could we bring back? I don't know. Blackhand Messenger, I guess? And we'll probably get muted. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have given it that one. Okay, Drain Life is helpful. Considering we have to
I've been
take
killed.
off 70 opponent.
Scaleless coward.
Rise, my son.
Bring back Elena. No surprises there.
Feel the power within you.
Okay. That would be a good...
The Black Hand sees all.
Oh, wait. 5. Dag nabbit. Oh, well. That's a little something, right? I will teach you all to drain. And... might as well take it while we can get it, right? Problem is, with Sun and Shadow, there's nothing I really want to checklist.
Claws.
Behold my power.
And the hits keep coming. Can't take out the messenger, though, because... it's the messenger. Okay, so we do
Your death will be
that.
swift.
I guess we'll... oh, boy.
We must count on our wits.
Gonna have to shackle that, unfortunately. So, negation... or no, wake the dead. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out here. I mean, I think we're pretty much dead, but yeah, I don't know how we pull this one out. But I mean, we're not completely out of it, so I'll just kind of poke around until it's over.
Behold my power.
Unfortunately, I've got nothing, like, either way, I'm going to have to either get rid of a 9-1 or 60, okay, or they bring back Elena, and we lose that as well. So all we get is a, or a Vigilant Giant, okay. Alright, so they got all the answers to close this out. Guess Corpse Curse is going to do it, and then... and now if they have a Rage, that's just it, but... what a way to go, huh? And Elena coming back yet again. I think that's the only annoying part. I do appreciate the new deck. I just, with all the what do you call it? Resurrection stuff. It does get a little. But that's true of any resurrection deck, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see here. Do we just? I don't know what Laneth can bring back. That's the problem.
What secrets do you seek?
And nothing that we can play for 3. Yeah, let's just, it's over. Cool. Alright, well, it's a long time to play a game that you lose, but yeah, that was just not going to go well. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be playing other off the beaten path decks there, because I don't really make them look very appealing. But trust me, if you know how to play this game and you're good at the game, I think you're going to find enjoyment in some of these kinds of things. And I think I mentioned it before. And please let me know if you're somebody who watches and you do not, and you're on my friend list and you do not want me to ever show a game that you're playing. Please let me know. Just in the comments, just be like, hey, yeah, don't stream my game, because what I'm going to be doing, it's going to be 2 or 3 days of me playing a week, just because right now at least I'm starting to get like fatigued with it. Not like the enjoyment of the game, but as you know, it just you get some. Did I say hello? I don't think I did.
Hello there.
You just it can get a little grindy for I guess the way I'm wired or whatever.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I really feel like she's could be better used over here, but do I not play her? No, I mean, I've got 2 other ones in the deck. I guess I could play her.
We draw power from their blood. Speak, citizen.
I'll profit from your
Okay,
death.
interesting. When I see Crusader, I just automatically think aggro, but I don't know that that's what we've got on our hands here. We were only 1 away from getting some value on that.
We press on.
Raiding party. Not going to get used. Oh yeah, let's well, okay, we're gonna do this to try to push them into the field lane, because otherwise they have to give me my sorceress back, which I'm sure they don't want to do. So they're gonna send stuff into the field lane. That's my plan. That's my big brain plan. And also, as long as the 3/4s on the board, we get our Telvanni Oathman
Let's do
value.
I will push them back.
Hold your positions.
Okay, so they were just kind of pretending to
Fires of all
be
If
not aggressive. Yeah, we'll just... Well, I mean, we draw first. I don't think we're going to get a 1/1 that we can play, but who knows? We do not. And we will hold off. I think this is definitely a pivot late deck, don't pivot now deck, but particularly since we're clearly up against an aggro deck, and we're punished. We could have avoided that card draw, but we did not.
Perhaps a direct approach.
But let's try to avoid any future value for him.
Haven't you ever met a lich before?
Grab our champion. So I'm actively going against the thing I just said, which is that we need to pivot late, especially against an aggro deck. And I'm looking to just start going face next turn. We'll see how well that goes.
Citizen.
Oh, I forgot they're running a bunch of drain for some reason. I guess that's why, because if somebody goes...
Steadfast, brothers.
And he does not whip this turn, so he gets a favorable trade with a 4-1, which is okay.
Ride them down.
That actually works out okay. I kind of want to do Wardcrafter on Bone Colossus, but... we can do that instead. What is it? Yeah, they're the same one. So we do this. We do this. We do this.
Watch yourself now.
And we go first. So, I mean, if they've got Rage, they pretty much win. They Rage on the 4-4. Otherwise, that's okay.
Chase them all the way.
Bone Colossus next turn
You will not
does us some good.
Eater.
I think we got this, he says prematurely.
Irma Mora tests us.
Victory is yours.
Yep. Cool. All right. So we... okay. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I said we need to hold off against an aggro deck, and I went in 100% anyway, and just followed my instincts, and yeah, we're now up to the shin again. We seem to be getting stuck like two wins into the whole thing, which is lovely. But I think the catch to what K Fluffy said is that there are decks that can be in the top 10, but you have to know how to play them well. And I can speak for myself and just what I'm going through here and just saying, man, like, it's not something I would be predisposed to trying often, because I feel like there's that precarious balance of like the learning curve. In other words, poor playing can be shorn up with, you know, just an objectively strong deck. And I can have games where I play very well and I do great things, but trying to learn how to play well with a certain kind of deck as you're trying to climb, I think that's a bit of a rough combo there. So I would throw down the gauntlet. If you are a good player, I challenge you to pick up a deck like this and try to make it work. I don't know here. At least if I do this, they have to use something with her to get the value out of it, which I don't mind too terribly much.
You.
Prepare yourself.
So if I do Skeleton Champion, that survives a trade. I can do Sorcerer's Negation. It's plays like that may have very well been a pivotal play. I should have used Sorcerer's Negation or something else, but I'm not sure what the best play is in that situation. So I'm hoping to get Astrid off the board, but it doesn't look like they're going to let that happen.
The void awaits you.
So now I'll have to just do the. See again. That's all we got. I mean, it's and this is kind of what it was that when I played against an East, it was kind of clunky like this, where it was like you pretty much have one card to play at a time. And boy, we do. I mean, see, I can't play Queen Baron's Eye and anything else. So if they have any way to get rid of her, that's my one turn, and it's over with. So yeah, this is just really, really clunky. Is there anything I can bring back with him? I can bring back Skinned Hound. That doesn't feel great, but... And it doesn't even trade well over here. This is just really sad. I don't know. That felt horrible, and it's probably going to get removed, but I don't know what else to do at this point. But I also don't feel that for whatever reason, I don't feel cloudy in the mind. I just don't feel like I'm incredibly sharp, that's not a morning thing, because when I played on Friday morning, it felt pretty good. So I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not quite as. The brain is not really turned into this or tuned into this kind of functionality this early in the morning, because I mean we're just getting wrecked. Most of these games are getting completely taken apart.
The void awaits you.
Like ridiculous. Alright, well that actually does trade, okay.
Time to make more enemies.
Alright, so let's see if Queen sticks. I doubt it. The way this game has been going, I think she gets removed. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we'll just call this one. It's just not going to get any better, unfortunately. I think we got maybe one or two more games, depending on how long they go. We'll give it a shot. It's an unfortunate way to stumble into the season. It is. I am thinking now it's counterproductive for me to, I want to put the deck out there to say, hey, people, go outside of what you're used to. But again, we haven't hit Invade today. We haven't hit Workshop. We haven't hit the incredibly stereotypical Telvanni. I think we had our first one was against Telvanni, but it wasn't the same, Altar, Aelid, Black Hand, all that kind of stuff. So we've been getting a nice variety today, so I can't really complain about that. And it's really great. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, I think I'm putting a deck out there to say, hey, here's a cool thing, but the only people that are going to think it's cool are the people that we beat with it. And I think we're under 50% with that in mind. So it may be actually bad publicity. So I might stick to, when it comes to these kind of decks, I might stick to trying to showcase, K Fluffy actually playing it to show people, hey, this is how good it can be. Because right now all it's doing is there's somebody doing a an undead theme deck, and how's that working out for you? Although I remember like Dragon Tamer Blade was big on those kind of decks, and I think he had a couple sessions where it did really well. I mean, I think they can, but you just can't draw. You can't be drawing 4/4/4/4/4/4s, or in this case 3/3/3/3/3/3/5. You kind of need a little better draw than that. So that's always going to be a part of it too, unfortunately, no matter how good the deck is, no matter how good the player is, if you get your hand stopped up. Okay. So maybe I spoke too soon about workshop decks. And anybody who's Brilliant Experiment's not the other one, obviously. I'm probably misusing this card too. There's probably a very good reason for it to be there, and I'm just kind of willy-nillying it. Willy-nilly. Oh boy. Anybody? Oh gosh. There's a stench in here, and I don't. Oh, it smells horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think it's Mundus still. And we don't have. I guess I probably should look at the deck list more. But it looks like I don't think there's a Shadowfen in here. There's no aside from negation. There's no silence at all. Which I would think maybe one copy of the 2/2. The living have no place here. You'd think maybe that would get. So
Face me, you dog!
Trade. 1, 2. Of course, we're going to get the value there.
You will feed my clan.
Oh wait. I mean, with Mundus, what they're doing with it. Yeah, it's kind of nasty. I don't much care for.
Haven't you ever met?
Well, I hate Mundus. Especially when we have no way to get rid of it. All right, now I'm not. Now I'm definitely not regretting not hitting face. See what that does. As I expected. Poke you one more time. So he's gonna play the one, and it's gonna spawn a bunch of other ones. And I mean, it's innovative or it's different. I appreciate that. I mean, I just appreciate it better more without Mundus. That's all. But that's the only thing that really makes it work. I don't know that what they're trying to do is necessarily viable without it.
They've no move we can't anticipate.
I guess since we don't... Let's see. got a rally on it. Like, I feel like the leisurely pace that this game is going at, yeah, there you go. The leisurely pace that this game is going at is, like, it's playing into his hands. Like, we don't have like an end game per se. So we definitely want him to. He might get removed, and then we're... Oh, no, that's blue. We want purple. We want the card draw, right? I mean, we want both, ideally, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. And without support removal, I think we might just concede this one. I don't really see it getting any better.
You cannot match Telvanni coming.
Well, let's see if we can find something useful.
We need bone colot. We need quite a few things. I mean, they're down 2 ice storms, so we could probably start going wide. But oh jeez, yeah, this is. And they're going to try to find those gearworks spiders, and they can pretty much fill up an entire lane with them. So I think we're pretty much just done here.
Let's put these to direct.
Apologies for the less than energetic gameplay today. Yeah, I don't know why the brain isn't working quite so well. Yeah, so I don't want this to be the game we end on, and yeah. So I mean, hey, congratulations, opponent. It's a different deck. Yeah, that's about. I mean, that's the only thing good I can say about it. I don't like Mundus as a prop, but at least it is different. All right, so we are down in the snake. Let's see if we can reward most losses in. Oh, okay, cool. I actually had to craft 2 of the Ionde Bloodkin or whatever that card is. I had to craft 2 of them because my boy K Fluffy, he's got like all the cards, and you know, there's pretty much everybody. Every time they send me a deck, I'm like, there's always 1 or 2 cards, and they always have to be legendaries, of course, that I don't have. So I have to craft them when I can afford them. So I was able to get those 2, but now I'm almost broke. So hopefully we can squeeze out a final win here, just to end it on a decent note. But I am not.
Hello there.
I'm not necessarily optimistic. So yeah, I think it's good putting different decks out there. Maybe it may be better just to leave it to the experts. Like I'll play decks that are more on my level, that don't require as much. Well, 1, I think, an understanding of the deck itself, and 2, I just think there's some synergies are obvious and some are more obscure, and I think this deck probably is rife with some really great synergies that I'm missing out on, or I'm not waiting long enough. Like I have a great card in my hand, but I'm playing the other one. But to be fair, we haven't had a lot of time to really be like, okay, I'm gonna, I'll hold on to this card because I've got this, card that buffs coming after it.
Light your path.
Like I know, ideally, Arise would come right after or right before, but I don't even know. I like to think I know what I'm talking about, but at this with this deck in this particular case, I'm not entirely sure. I have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. Now, see, this kind of start feels a little more like I get it a little more, because it seems like okay, so you're gonna do that, which is okay because then I can Blackhand Messenger, because I see all with my messenger eyes.
The Black Hand sees all.
And yeah, we'll just do this. I mean, we could be walking. I mean, this could be Control Dagoth. That's always a weird thing to see control in those colors. But I think with the Spider, with the 1/2, this is definitely not an aggro deck, so we could be running right into an Ice Storm, which would not be cool.
Here you've been looking for me.
All right, so he loses guard when he loses ward, right? But I don't think he becomes invisible. Oh, it does become invisible. Oh, that's lovely. Well, that's cool, I suppose. I didn't realize. Like I knew he lost guard, but I didn't think I didn't think in a field lane he would be invisible. I was wrong, clearly. I don't know if he's holding the Ice Storm. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it, because it 2/5 survives.
Goodbye.
And now the 4/4 survives. If he's got Ice Storm. As odd as it sounds to say, I've been burned by Ice Storm now.
My paws are quicker
Several
than your
times.
eyes.
I only need one shot.
Alright. Waiting on the good stuff. Can he bring back anything good? Wandering Skeleton? Haunting, he can't. No. Wandering Skeleton might be okay, but... Actually...
We draw
Let's see how this
power
pans out.
from their blood.
So yeah, I guess we could say this is a typical Monday. You know, when you think of Mondays, this is kind of what you think
They
of.
missed their shot.
At least it's a Monday for me. Apparently my opponents, for the most part, are not having a typical Monday. They're having a wonderful non-Monday.
Have you come to submit or come to die?
That may be the nail in the coffin. Maybe the nail in the coffin. Man, like you know, I'm not one to question. I just feel like this deck needs more silent stuff. It just, there's, with those negations only being 3 of them, it really is. Okay, so I can
You will
do
feed my
that.
hunger. We draw power from their blood.
Do that. I think that counts as 3, right? Yay! We get 2.
You will die.
Too slow.
kind of want to kill the hand before I do Raise Dead to see if I can get him, but I don't know. There we go. That's what I needed.
You will feed my clan.
So I can do a rise. He still doesn't bring back anything worth a darn, right? Yeah. Dark Guardian, maybe. Let's go ahead and deck that off. And we'll raise that. We'll see.
Here you've been looking for me.
All right, that was a bit of a high roll for us. Getting the prankster mage out there. The thing, though, is Hand of Dagothon's on a 1-up, so if he drops another one... I mean, I think that's our biggest concern right now. And trying to keep in mind that they could either they could or they do have Rage. Makes me wonder, I wonder if this is actually similar to the deck I'll be running tomorrow.
Just forget about seeing me. Everyone knows.
Negation. Or the... okay.
We draw power from their blood.
But I don't think they get to trigger it this turn. If he had traded with a 2/5, they could have. So we could get 2... This is risky.
You will feed my clan.
Rise, my servant.
We're gonna do, I guess, that one. I was hoping for another drain life.
See you
Of course,
later.
they could end up getting a drain life. Were they going to Ice Storm? Oh, Rage, okay. Well, like I said, something to watch out for. I wonder if they have another one. They could. I guess if they did get a drain life, that's going to suck. Although it will give us a card, so I guess that's all right. What do you got? What do you got? Because they could rage and play their. Of course. Yeah, man. And you got a way to get rid of the 5/1, I'm guessing too. Oh, you know what? I misplayed that. No, I didn't. Well, sort of. Oh, you're so close. It just depends, though. If they got drain life, then we're screwed too. Okay. I don't know what they could... Raise Dead, maybe? Did they get 2 Raise Dead? Because I think they would have used like a Lane Shackle if they had that. They'd be playing Drain Life right now for sure if they had that. So did they just get really, really bad 4/3 value on her? I mean, one can hope. But I'm pretty sure they... Okay.
Careful there, friend.
He's got to know what we have in our hand. And he's got to know that he can't kill that. Unless you have Drain Life. Because I'm sure he knows that's what I got on me. Oh, for crying out loud. Wow.
Have you any?
What a freaking top deck. Or, well, maybe it wasn't even a top deck. Maybe that's just what he had. Jeez Louise. Oh, that sucks. Well, we still have a chance, I guess. In our manner of speaking.
have your head.
We draw power from their blood.
Wait, oh! Because he has Ward. Jeez. Oh, that's sad. That's a really sad way to go down. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to see Daddy Dagoth, Daddy come down. Of all the things, man. Gosh. And I totally forgot that doesn't shackle you if you're... So I should have played Black Hand, hit him, then played that. I might have been able to squeak out a win. I don't know. But 2 Rages and Dagoth, that just was not a... With a name. Okay, so there we go. But yeah, I like I said, I have, when you have a day like this, which I have very often, like I have no inclination to play this tomorrow. So what I'll probably, what my plan is to play 1 or 2 to 3 games a week that I play. I think I've said this before, but just so you know, 2 to 3 games a week that I'll play, and then in the meantime, when I have the time, because part of the reason I'm doing this isn't just because, I get fatigued with days like this, but also because I have other things that I really need to start gaining some traction on, some personal projects and then some professional ones. And so if I don't have either of those going, or I'm kind of taking a break from one, then I can, I'll get on here and I'll just observe some games and try to do some casting and try to work that out a little bit more. So you're still getting games. And in this case, if I guarantee if you were to see K Fluffy running that deck, you would be like, whoa, I got to go play it too, because that's how I feel. And he did really well with it. So being able to see people like him and Dano and Joseph and Mark, you see all these, and Denise, you see these higher level players playing, even if they're playing just solid decks, I think that's fine too, but especially if they're playing something like this, it's a little off the beaten trail, and it gets to show people, it gets to showcase without them having to have a channel and put up videos and do the editing. It's a way to showcase their abilities. And I have not forgotten, Joseph reminded me, I had not forgotten about the tournament. I wasn't really sure how much interest, like people expressed their interest. They're like, hey, I'm totally down, just let me know. And if it was literally just a thing of, okay, we're going to start the tournament, that would be one thing. But like I said, I have to still figure out Discord and that cord and all that kind of stuff. So admittedly, I did not forget about it, but I also was not really pursuing it. So that was a prodding. Again, if there's, I would say we probably, for a decent tournament, at least 12, at least. So if we got at least a dozen people, I think I saw in the responses when I put it up there, at least 6. So I think we're kind of halfway there, but I think for a tournament where we're going to actually try to do brackets and stuff, I think we should probably have at least 12. But in theory, we'd have more because there's 25 people on, at least 25 or however many on just friends that I got on here. And then, but not everybody wants a tournament, especially when there's, at this point, I don't even know what the prize would be other than just kind of for fun initially. So yeah, I didn't want to make it sound like I had totally forgot about it. Oh my gosh, I'll get right on it. But it wasn't, I hadn't discarded it. I just wasn't really sure if it would be worth the output. And to be fair, when I was playing 5 days a week, I really did not have time to be looking into that. It was go to work, get off of work, video the game, edit the video, wake up the next morning, re-edit, submit, all that kind of stuff. You know, don't need to tell you the problem. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, I know I was not of the greatest of minds. I was playing a deck that's a little more, I think, nuanced, perhaps. And yeah, stunk it up today. Pretty bad. But that's the way it goes. And yeah, I'll see you next time.